Hello, welcome to round two. We've got a sick thriving rat's hand. That's half our thriving rats. We won the die roll, we're on the play again. And if we draw some mana, we get to tidy things up a bit too. The nice part about having an early thriving rats play here is that when we do get our freighter out, a single rat's on one counter will be able to crew it. So hopefully that is a thing. Yeah, we'll let this rats get a little bigger. And then, interesting decision here. I guess we go freighter because why not? That means we're attacking for 5 next turn instead of just like 4, I guess. But that's pretty cool. If we draw something like forest, we can go thriving rats, attack for 8, and have 2 creatures in play. So that's not quite it, but yeah, we still get to 1 thriving rats and crew this guy here. Now we'll have this energy available for attacking next turn maybe with this thriving rats, so that they can both crew the freighter. Still, good draw would be forest. Oh, well, they kill our freighter, but we got 1 hit in with it. Kind of a lava axe that traded with a little removal spell. Now, if they attack here, that might mean they have some kind of backup creature. Fragmentize being 1 mana means the rest of your turn's kind of open for whatever. Well, there's something. Okay, it's a Windrake, so we do get to attack with both thriving rats. And we'll make the small one a little bigger. Okay. So, yes, this is the top one. All right. And then no to this guy. We're still looking for our forest, and now we need 2 forests. But as soon as we get any land, these rats will be able to attack through most things after killing them. It's a little curious that they attacked with the Blade Master. I guess they feel they're at least somewhat aggressive. Yeah, but now it's kind of looking grim since we don't have anything to do, and these guys are not that strong. But we're heading life. We'll just have to see what else is going on over there. They must have options. Ooh, Cloud Blazer. That does help stabilize. Judge is pretty bad here. I'm not even going to attack. I would rather draw a couple cards off the Judge. And we do have a few turns here to figure something out. Alright, that is an augmenter, so more gumming up the ground. We need to try to play for the late game here. So first thing we can do is play this Judge, draw a couple cards. That will help ensure we get the landfalls we need to not only play Tidy Conclusion, but to maybe do 2 things in a turn pretty soon here. Thriving Rats is probably the worst of this cycle of thriving animals. It just happens to work pretty well with these pair of Judges we have in the deck. Alright, so we don't have any artifacts, but these Tidy Conclusions will... Oh no, what is this? Wispweave Angel for the Cloud Blazer. Alright. That's definitely good. Here's another judge. Can't really afford to do it since we're dead to that, so let's kill the Wispweaver Angel. And then we take 4, and then we take 2, assuming they don't attack to get in some, you know, one damage here. Gosh, they're up to 7 cards again. Not liking our chances this game. Maybe we can bring in some of our takedowns for all the flyers. Yep, gotta take it. If we draw land here, we get to go Tidy Conclusion plus Servant, maybe. Any other flyer here makes it kind of too hard. Oh no, the Cloud Blazer again. Sure. I don't know if they want to spend an extra 5 mana, but if they do, it's pretty good. They might also do the Visionary Augmenter, because if they go wide enough, they'll be able to attack for extra damage. Yeah, so they're going for the Cloud Blazer. Well, another land would have been good, but this is okay too. Because without any artifacts, Die Young is just as good. We'll Die Young this and play... Yeah, pay 2. And then we can Armorcraft Judge. We should have done this the other way. But it would have worked out just about the same. So, yeah, we're still just dead here. Whatever, we'll play it out. If they attack with everything, then we just go down to 0. But first they will give a creature 1/1, so the Windrake wins on its own. Yep. Now sideboarding. We have 2 takedowns. It's a little weaker because they don't seem to have many 1 toughness flyers. But even getting rid of any kind of, yeah, just 1 mana removal is strong enough here to make it work. Now, should we cut the Freighter? If we do cut the Freighter, then we don't have any more... we still have Handicraft. So maybe it's not right to cut the Freighter. Alright, takedowns. Wild Wanderer might be a little too late. Lawless Broker also seems a little weak. Anything else we need here? High Spire Artisan. Yeah, actually, I will cut the Freighter. We can win in a late game without a Freighter. And the Artisans are so good against these flyers. That is our big weakness at the moment. I'll even cut a Thriving Rats. Alright, let's try this. We'll win the late game with our Nissa. And if a Fragmentize rots in their hand, that's fine with me. We still have the 1 target. I'm not too concerned about that because in the super late game, like early game, it might get some value before they play Fragmentize. Late game, we could just crack it in response to buff our whole team. So we'll try to be on the play again. We've still got a bunch of Thriving Rats to help get going. Sometimes that's enough to win it. You have a few good creatures and maybe some evasive creatures and some common removal spells. Alright, so we're on the play with this hand. I will keep this. And I have to seriously consider putting counters on these guys to draw with the Judge. Even though, like, 3 mana for a 2/3 is bad, 3 mana for a 2/3 draw card gets a lot better. And the 1/1s might not do anything in this matchup. So first goal here is to draw any kind of land. Yep, well, got there. So then I'm going to lead with the Artisan with a counter, because the Artisan with a counter is better than the Enthusiast with 2 counters. Well, maybe not, actually. Here, we might want to play the Enthusiast on 2 counters, just to really discourage an attack. Because if they attack, like, they can't just bluff attack, whereas if they attack into the Artisan, it could be a bluff attack. Now their attack means a lot more. Okay, so they're not going to do anything there. And what should we do? I'm going to play the Outrider with a counter. Just makes the Judge better next turn. Hopefully, if nothing goes too wrong here. Might be a little too greedy to try to... Yeah, having this malfunctioned is fine. It still works with the Judge. I'm saying it might be too greedy to try to play the Artisan first. So I'll take a hit of 3. And let's play a Judge. Cool, no flyers yet. We still want to block here. This is our version of the Cloud Chaser, or whatever it is, which they'll play presently. And since they have so many blink effects, I definitely want to kill that when I can. Yeah, Cloud Blazer. So we can take that down, or play Die Young. Oh wow, or like Nissa and Takedown. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for sure. I'll untap a forest and then play Takedown. That pluses Nissa and sets up a pretty good defense. It's not the most aggressive play, but I don't want to lose Nissa, and the only other thing would be to attack there, and then Nissa gets pressured really easily by the Cloud Blazer. Like, if they have Wispweaver Angel on this turn, it's not nearly as bad for us. They can blink their mechanic, and I don't know, that doesn't really do much. So if we draw a land, we can do what we kind of did in match 1, where we attack with a forest with Nissa's +1, and then Tidy Conclusion 1 creature on the double block, or at least hold that up. Just hold it up. Wow, this is a lot of Etherborn. Yeah, all right. So what's it going to be? Wind Drake. All right. So we have another couple good answers for that. This is the Scry guy. And that is everything. So, yeah, all the cards we drew, we didn't really get everything we needed. So what do we really want here? We don't have any energy. And if we animate a forest, it kind of ramps us 1. Does that do anything interesting? It lets us cast Lawless Broker. I don't want to attack into this field without the backup of a removal spell, because we only get to kill 2 things. So, yeah, I'll just cast Artisan with a counter to help block Windrake even through a pump spell. Yeah, 1/1 counter. Then we can untap Forest. Swamp would have been better, but in any case, we get to play another 3-drop this turn, which is pretty good. And if this gets really grindy, where we don't want to attack with a 5/5, we could ultimate Nissa, and all the rest of, all the lands we draw for the rest of the game become 2 cards. Yeah, that might be the play. Not too sad about that if they aren't able to push through some damage on Nissa. Okay, one thing they could try is Wisp Weaver Angel to bounce the Theorist. And when we ultimate Nissa, we get some pretty good defense for the Nissa, because we'll have our Tidy Conclusion up. Confiscation Coup. Oh, what is this stealing? It's stealing the Artisan. We can't react to that. So they do get 2 damage in on Nissa. That's annoying. I guess we should have killed the Windrake, but we didn't know about the coup. No excuse. Oh well. Well, good news here. We still get to kill this Windrake, and we're not in such bad shape here. Let's die young the Windrake, pay 2. It starts at 2, okay. Good, good. And even though this puts a land into play, which we could draw with later, I do want to hold up Tidy Conclusion. Well, maybe not, actually. I could play the Aetherborn. Yeah, that's what I'll do. With no flying threats this turn, it's not likely we need to play that. They are scrying. And putting a card on top. So what do we want here? The 1/1 counter doesn't seem that important. I'm just going to go with the Servo. It makes Tidy Conclusion a little better. This guy already attacks through everything. Ooh, P-Foul. That is a way to pressure Nissa. I don't want to lose Nissa. Huh. So I am just going to animate a land again and hold up this Tidy Conclusion and hold this land. So what can we do this turn? We could attack with the Swamp and the Aetherborn. Then we have 4 blockers for their ground creatures and 1 blocker for their flyer. Yeah. Things could go wrong here, but they're down to 1 card. And this really makes them have to think about their attacks and stuff. Yeah, I'll go for it. Put on some pressure of our own. They've got a strong late game. I mean, so do we. But it never hurts to get some free pressure in. All right, that's 9. Their number 1 concern here is still Nissa. I hope their hand isn't like a counterspell or something. That would be annoying. Another Windrake, okay. They'll give this guy flying, okay. And Herald of the Fair. Yeah, great. So now we know what they were holding, maybe this Herald. And we'll see if they make any more attacks before using the conclusion. But we'll save our Nissa and possibly ultimate Nissa. The weak part about ulting Nissa here is that exposes her to Windrake next turn. But it gives us such good value for the rest of the game. And maybe we can even find an answer to Windrake from the landfall. Yeah, let's do it. So we have one chance to find an answer, but yes. Nissa, what is this? Nissa Vital Force is colorless. I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but sure. Thriving Rats. Alright, so we do lose Nissa here, poor girl, but we also have a pretty good bonus for the rest of the game. Now, the Herald trades with the Aetherborn. That's not perfect by any means. And our other attacks are not great with so many 1/4s over there. Alright. So long, Nissa. We'll remember you by your emblem. Alright, they've got a nice little draw there. And they didn't scry. They've got 2 energy left. Maybe they're saving it for some kind of draw they have. Yeah, this sucks. Oh well. Now we'll draw an answer, watch. Oh. Good thing we did get that emblem, because we were drawing a lot of nothing. And we would have never got the emblem off if Nissa got pressured so much. Yeah, but now we're going to get pressured. Till we can draw out of this mess. Still just a Windrake. Okay, come on, draw something. Yay, a Thriving Rats. So the attacks are getting really bad here. I'm trying to think what else is in our deck we can draw. So Tidy Conclusion, another Armorcraft Judge, Durable Handicraft would be a nice one. And another Takedown. Because kind of what we have to do is just make a big attack. Unfavorable for them. I'm just afraid they have more tiebreakers than we have. They'll have a 4/4 flyer. Our big advantage now is we just have twice as many cards going forward. Yeah, twice as many lands, more like it. There it is, Takedown. I don't really want to waste that on the Windrake. I want to save it for something bigger. But we do have Tidy Conclusion for the bigger things. Yeah, let's see. Attacks here aren't great. We could attack with 2 2/3s. They get to... Yeah, 2/3s are good attackers here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit. We're not in a huge rush to take down the Windrake. Alright, they're scrying again. This is the game we need to win. Check the score here. Yeah, they're up a game. We need to win this to force a game 3. That pesky flyer. Okay, the angel, and that's a better target for takedown here. So what are they going to bounce? Hopefully High Spire Artisan. Well, maybe not. It doesn't return to its owner's. Oh, it's owner's control. Yeah, yeah. So if they they blinked the High Spire Artisan, we'd get it back. Okay, I suppose this is something. Let's kill the angel first. We'll probably end up doing that anyway. Tidy Conclusion is a nice card to fall back on. And a 4/4 is the perfect size to get through this Herald of the Fair. Now, I'm going to wait one more turn before attacking here. Just so we can get in with more things. And then the Tidy Conclusion gets a bit better because our decisions will be easier. Now, the conclusion gaining us 1 life is pretty good here, since it may come down to a race situation. Oh no, more revoking privileges. Okay, well, a bit sorry I waited, but that seems fine. Now, do we want to kill this thing? We don't have much else in the deck that deals with it, and I don't want to take just infinite damage, so... what to do? Is it worth attacking? It's really unclear. I think we wait. I think we wait. Ooh, Sky Whale? Uh-oh. I think we we better attack soon. Alright. The time has come. Let us attack with everything that can attack favorably. So these guys. And then we can play this blocker for the Sky Whale. I guess I'd like to make a servo with it to help block some of this stuff. Because as a 1/4, it's still not blocking the Sky Whale very well. That said, if we do draw our... what's it called? If we do draw our durable handicraft, then it could make it a 1/5 to block the Sky Whale indefinitely. So it's kind of tough. Alright, so 1 Thriving Rats dies. Another one... yeah, this doesn't matter. We want to kill the Innovator so it doesn't come back. And we have no tricks here. That was just going to be a forced anyway. I have to remember to do that before combat in case we do draw something worth playing. Okay, so I'm going to make a servo. It's more likely that the extra blocker or extra attacker determines the game than like having a... I don't know what's going on here. Tapped a swamp by accident. Yeah, it's more likely that having the extra creature affects the game than having this 1/5 or 2/5 blocker. But yeah, we'll take this damage for now. Ooh, a Gear Seeker Serpent. Wow, we're pretty dead. Come on, landfall. Well, there's the handicraft. So, does that do anything? It's now or never. 5, we go to 4. So we've got 2 creatures who can't attack. We've got, yeah, I mean, try to get in there. Ah, this is just too bad. I think we have to leave it back, leave everything back here, and hope to draw our last tidy conclusion. And now I'm feeling worse, much worse about not putting the counter on the servant, because in this defensive role, we do need it. Yeah, next turn they'll kill us with the serpent. Yep. We need to draw a tidy conclusion. Well, we've got 2 tries here. Ooh, that was a great draw. Armorcraft Judge. That's also a great draw. Wait. How much mana do we have? 8. We got 15 mana. We can use 5 on the Armorcraft Judge. That will draw us 4 cards. Oh, we don't even want to draw that many cards. Okay, so let's just cast this to see if we get our tidy conclusion. We won't pump it up. Because then we'll draw too many cards and we'll just die to it. So as long as tidy conclusion is not on the bottom of our deck, then we get to live here. Oh, that's so good. And maybe we can come back and win it. So we need to hold 5 mana up so we can play the Screecher, which can come in with a counter. And we can play the Thriving Rats, which will not come in with a counter. So no. Oh, I guess we could have, because we have the servant. No, this is better this way. Then we want to sort of trick them into tapping 6 for the serpent. And if we win this game, we're a little ahead on time, so if we have another long game like this, we also have to try to win next turn, so there's a lot going on here. Yep, there is the can't be blocked. Well, now's as good a time as any. Oh, shoot. Thinking about that a little more carefully. What is this killing? Durable Handicraft. I could have killed Longfin Skywell to try to get more damage in the air. Oh, that was good too. Alright. Still a lot going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we just have to attack with everything. And win next turn. Rush of Vitality is great here. So let's attack with everything except for like our 0-3. This might be enough depending on how they block. I expect they'll try to block the Foundry Screecher with their flyer, or maybe just the Skygate. I'm happy enough if they do that. One more turn to win it. Well, we know what our last card is. It is a land. This would have been so much easier with our durable handicraft. That's interesting. Well, like what the play is here. We gain the most life by saving our Screecher, but then they still have 2 blockers left over for our Screecher. They kind of want to save their Sky Whale. Okay, well, we want to save our guy too. So this gains us a lot of life and does a lot of damage. And we can put a counter on, I don't know, an Armorcraft Judge, I guess. Yeah, or better yet, this Enthusiast. Doesn't really matter. Well, they sure have a lot of creatures left over. So I'm not too optimistic about this game. If we play that, we lose, because I have this on auto draw. Alright. They block our big guys, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might be just enough. Wow. It was like exact damage, I think. They block 4 creatures. Well, that was nuts. Target creature doesn't get reach. Engineered might be something. Bruiser. Scavenger could be good. Yeah, there's not much else here that looks better than what we have. The judges were good, the conclusions were good. Even the rats were okay. Yeah, I'll submit like this. Seemed good enough that game. It did go pretty late where Cow Prowler might be something we could try. Alright, I like this hand. It deals with the pesky 2/2 flyers that we see so many of, and it gets our own flyer into play to help deal with a Sky Whale or the like. We even get a pretty early Pima Outrider, which might eat some removal, but if it stays in play, at least it draws a card. We'll play that next turn. There's our favorite little Windrake. So we have 1 more energy for 1 more thing here. Oh no, come on. That's not even fair. I mean, at least we get it back if we kill that thing ever. Which we can do now, but yeah, I guess we do it now. It's a little annoying. Ugh. Yeah, I guess we do it now. Or at the end of their turn. Yeah, I'll do it at the end of their turn. Makes it more possible they could counter or, like, blink their guy. But we'll see what they do. Innovator, okay. One counter, please. So, we have no more energy. That's a little bit of a shame. But what we do have is a weaponcraft enthusiast with a couple counters on it. And I'm going to come in with the servant here. Looks a little weird, but I don't want them to have more things to blink. And just gum up the ground to block our 3/3s. Now we're way ahead in the race. We have Rush of Vitality, which also helps. And if these guys survive, we have a 3/3 draw 2. Make your own Cloud Blazer. So they might be locking down the Outrider, Malfunction, or Revoke Privileges. There it is. And we'll draw a couple cards. Thrive a couple rats. And we're in good shape to win this race. We need to draw, well, we don't need to, but if we draw a land, we'll be able to cast 3 things next turn, and that's pretty good. And since we're racing the Windrake pretty well, we could also use Die Young offensively to get rid of a blocker. We didn't get there with the what's it called? The land, but that's okay, I think. Let's just bring it on here. If they have some kind of bounce target tapped creature, we could always save our guy with Rush of Vitality, the guy he blocks, that is. Alright, let's kind of be as aggressive as possible here. We still only take 2 from this Windrake, and we can kind of deal with that whenever. So here's 5 mana. This means Cloud Blazers could get up in the air. That takes their whole turn. But I mean, gets them up to 13 and 7 cards or whatever, 6 cards. Okay, they had nothing, so I'm really curious now. Some kind of instant thing. I'm not comfortable quite enough with the format to know what it is, really. But in any case, we'll just proceed cautiously here by attacking with everybody. Yeah, let's pay some energy. They're going to block this guy, and they're going to cast a spell. Nothing too unexpected here. They'll make this guy a bit smaller. And we can try to rush our guy. Yeah, I'm going to do that. At the very least, it means we don't lose our guy. And if they don't have anything else here, we'll actually take down the Blade Master. So they do have something else, it looks like. It's just a matter of targets. Maybe it's the counter-target spell unless they pay 2. That's kind of... Oh, wow. Alright. So they're not taking a whole lot of damage here. We don't have anything else to really do, except cast more Thriving Rats, I guess. And that seems fine. Now our Die Young can kill just about anything, and we'll have a couple more 2/3s to attack with next turn. some kind of big alarm. I'm trying to turn the sound off for a bit, but here we go. Let's cast some stuff, I guess. I think we need to take out this Wind Drake eventually. Alright, that alarm went on for a while. It's dying down. No idea. I'm probably about to get air raided or something. And we're still ahead of our opponent in time, so... I was going to attack with the Armorcraft Judge. Talk about distractions. That was ridiculous. But it should be fine here. Also, it might have been good to just take down the Augmenter instead of anything else. Another consideration is really time here. They're down under 2 minutes. They have to kill us in under 2 minutes. So we don't really have to do much of anything. I'll still come in here, because if we trade with the Augmenter, then it lets our Thriving Rats attack and stuff. So that seems fine. Anyway, ridiculous. So we have a lot of good draws now. We could draw a Nissa, we could draw a removal. Oh geez, Skywhale. Yeah, take down that Skywhale. Take down that Skygate. We don't have... I'm just gonna take this Skywhale down. Well, if I really wanted to... No, I'm gonna take the Skywhale down. Whoops, not for black. That really makes it a lot harder for them to win, and it means we can just attack with everything here. Minus the Broker, but I guess that's a fine blocker. In a pinch, we only get... Well, we do get 2 damage in here, so actually it's nothing only about it. That's pretty good. Half their life. It's funny to have an alarm like that and not even tell you what it's for. Cool. So we got there. I mean, our sideboard cards are really good. A couple takedowns when all they have is a bunch of like 4/4 flyers. So that's good enough for the finals, and I'll see you there.